Well, the entire internet is upset with James Gunn today.
And now it's time for things the internet is reading about today. In these tough economic times, we can count on one thing to be consistent. That someone, somewhere, is upset by something that doesn't personally affect them at all. In times such as these, we laugh at this outrage. Because let's face it, nobody likes a Marge Simpson ruining everyone else's fun.
I am Mecca. And whether you're still mad at James Gunn from a few years ago about what got him canceled over at Marvel and what got him fired over at Marvel, or you're mad at him for canceling, basically, not really so much, but firing, so to speak, Henry Cavill by rebooting the entire stupid DC universe. See, I think everybody has good reason to be mad at James Gunn today. Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Rob off camera.
You have way more to say about this than I do, probably.
Yeah.
So, Fire James Gunn is trending following Henry Cavill Superman cancellation. Well, I guess that they're using the word cancellation, so I don't feel too dumb for using it. DC fans are revolting over Henry Cavill's Superman return cancellation, calling for James Gunn to be fired by trending Fire James Gunn on Twitter. Oh, not only that, they've got a petition to have, to have him canceled or fired?
There's a petition that's been launched to have David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery.
Oh, keep him.
To keep Henry Cavill and remove James Gunn.
Oh, okay, and remove James Gunn. That's the part I forgot about. Yeah, remove
so
James
just
Gunn.
They want to flip it. They want to remove James Gunn and keep Henry Cavill.
So this means this came out in a series of tweets the other day from James Gunn himself. Yesterday, actually, while we were live doing What the Dub. Please come watch us on Wednesdays play What the Dub. It's really, really fun. Let's pull up his tweets here.
Okay. Peter and I,
which is his, who's Peter?
Peter Safran.
Peter Safran, that's his partner over at DC. It's the other. So they basically hired two guys to be the DC Kevin Feige. Am I right in understanding that?
You'd be correct.
All right, go ahead.
Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages of our story, we'll be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill.
Boo! Okay, I didn't even like the Snyder stuff. And Henry Cavill is just, he looks like Superman. He is what you think of when you think Superman. Why do we have to change it? Why do we have to reboot it? We have so many reboots and redos and remakes.
They're going to keep trying until they get it right, apparently.
But this is not going to make anybody happy. Because you had the Snyder push, which people were, like it or not, people seem to be excited about that. And now you're going to honk off all the Snyder fans. You're going to honk off anybody who likes Henry Cavill. You're going to, what is this going to do? Other than...
It gives him a clean slate to work from. That's what it is.
But it's going to wipe away his movies, too. There was another set of tweets that we just were on a couple of tweets ago. The DC Syndicate. If the rebooted slate is going to start after Aquaman 2, what's the point of even watching all these upcoming movies? It's like, well, they're going to be erased anyway. Okay, we'll watch them, but they're not connected to anything.
He doesn't say anything.
Okay, well, what do the articles say?
Okay. DC fans are revolting over Henry Cavill's Superman.
I read that part already.
Yes. DC fans have started a revolt against a new studio's head, James Gunn, over the cancellation of Henry Cavill's Superman return. Per MovieWeb, two hashtags began to trend on Twitter following the news that Gunn had canceled plans for Cavill's Superman, with hashtag Bring Back Zack Snyder and hashtag Fire James Gunn dominating the social media since the news broke last night.
Please don't bring back Zack Snyder.
No, please don't.
I get that a lot of people liked them, but there was also a lot of bots, and they proved that there was a lot of bots that were behind that marketing push. So we have no idea how many actual Snyder fans there are. Maybe that's why they're doing this. Maybe that's why because there's no way. But yeah.
I think it's more that Zack Snyder gets so much love because it's not Marvel. Because you have a lot of people that want superhero movies to be taken seriously as quote unquote art, and Marvel, up until a certain point, has made no bones about, hey, these are kind of fun action movies, you know? And we're going to keep the tone light. I'm like, no, I want dark and gritty super. And they want everything to be Batman. And it's not. It can't be. So, continuing on here, rather than bring back Cavill, a popular turn as the Man of Steel, Gunn announced his work on a young Superman story that revealed the hero's early years.
We've seen it though so many times.
Yeah, we all know the story. Planet boom. Crash lands in Kansas. We know the story. And please, you're just going to make Smallville, aren't you? I mean, it's either going to be Superboy or it's going to be Smallville. I don't want to see Smallville. Again.
We're talking about this, and I'm like, well, what if it's not that much earlier? Like, not like a super duper origin story, but he's gonna be like in his 20s or something. And then I was speculating last night it was gonna be Taylor Lautner from from Twilight, because to play opposite the other guy from Twilight's Batman. So it'll just be Team Edward, Team Jacob. He's a little too old though. They're about in their late 30s, early 40s by now. So they're a little too old to do a super duper reboot like that. Now these aren't going to tie into the Matt Reeves ones at all, are they?
No.
We saw a Twitter thread where Matt Reeves and James Gunn both debunked that.
They both shot that down.
Okay. So any rumors of that's false because they've both debunked that on Twitter.
But the hero's early years. I mean, were you talking about Superman when he's like 19 to 25? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Or Baby's First Superman.
I mean, no, but that's actually a pretty good question. I think that's a pretty good question.
How early?
How early are we talking about?
Maybe it's gonna be like a cartoon animated, like Boss Baby Superman.
But this always brings up the argument of a lot of Zack Snyder fans that have defending Man of Steel and defending the other one, Batman vs. Superman. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's learning to be a superhero. Which I always call BS on. So are we going to take it like this is going to be actually Superman learning to be a superhero? Again.
Oh, you guys complain, but there's no training, though. That'll be the other argument that I hear. But we already know these characters. They're not, like, brand new. That's the difference. It's not a brand new character to replace.
You're not introducing a new character.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. You're not introducing a new character. Can we please just see Superman just as Superman? We all know the story. Do we really need to go over it again? There's nothing new you can tell us.
So Henry Cavill, he bows out of The Witcher. They replace him with Liam Hemsworth, not Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth the Lesser.
We replace him. So he comes back thinking he's going to come back and play Superman, just to find out, oh no, it's just an end credit scene of a movie that's now going to be erased and rebooted now.
Yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud. Maybe they'll throw in Bond, huh? You think?
Yeah, maybe. This opens the door for him to be James Bond. I really don't prefer him as my first choice, but hey, I don't get a say in these matters. So.
I wouldn't mind. He's fine as James Bond. He's fine as Superman.
Well, he did audition for the part back in 2005 when Daniel Craig auditioned for it as well. Mm-hmm.
He was a bit young there.
He was, but that was one of the things they caused him to pass on the role. He says, "No, I'm sorry, we like you, but you're too young."
No, well, maybe he's the right age, and he'll be like the bestest Bond ever, huh?
Maybe. Hey, who knows?
Because he was damn good in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
You know,
somebody was saying they were gonna leave the door open for a Man from U.N.C.L.E. sequel. I don't think that'll happen because of Armie Hammer.
Well, Man from U.N.C.L.E. is really his audition to be James Bond, isn't it?
Yeah, that was decent enough, but who the crap knows anything about Man from U.N.C.L.E. except me, who's a 60s TV fanatic.
Robert Vaughn, yeah, the Man from U.N.C.L.E. So,
but there was two of them.
The men from U.N.C.L.E., plural. And how dare we assume their pronouns?
Well, yeah, the girl from U.N.C.L.E. too. That was the spinoff. And now we're talking about Man from... Okay, so yeah, the whole internet's mad at James Gunn for one thing or another. Between the people who can't get over what he tweeted 6 years ago or whatever.
Oh, it was longer than that.
Yeah, even longer than that. That's what got him fired over at Marvel. A bunch of SJW reactionary. Think of the whatever. I don't care. As long as we get to use the things that the internet is mad about today bumper in the beginning, I'm fine. I am Mecca.
And I'm Rob off camera.
No more reboots and remakes. These are blah, poo, no.
Poopy.
Poopy.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
We live in a society, Batman,